delve deeper into this riveting tale of history. Imagine a world on the brink, caught in the merciless grip of the Black Death, an unseen foe that descended like a shadow upon society. It sent shockwaves through every corner, shaking civilizations to their very foundations. Throughout the annals of history, plagues have emerged, leaving their mark, from the bubonic and pneumonic plagues to cholera, the Spanish influenza, and now the recent scourge of COVID-19. Yet, none have left an imprint as profound as the Black Death of the 14th century. To grasp the enormity of this plague, we must unravel its mysteries. What exactly is the bubonic plague, and how did it unleash such devastation across Asia and claim the lives of at least one-third of Europe's population? The answers lie in the annals of time, waiting to be uncovered. This calamity reshaped the very fabric of society, altering the course of history forever. Allow me to introduce myself, Colin Heaton, a veteran of the United States Army and Marine Corps, a former history professor, and a seasoned author. Welcome to a riveting episode of Forgotten History, where we will journey through the depths of time to understand the Black Death and the profound impact it had on the world. As we venture into the past, we must first fathom the nature of the bubonic plague, one of the three vile forms of the plague. This horrifying infectious disease is caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis, leaving a trail of despair in its wake. The bubonic plague, characterized by the dreaded buboes, swollen, tender lymph nodes found in the armpits and groin, is a chilling testament to the ruthlessness of this malady. Picture this: 1 to 7 days after exposure to the bacteria, the afflicted suffer through flu-like symptoms, fevers, chills, diarrhea, muscle aches, headaches, vomiting, and painful lymph nodes haunt their existence. The bacteria, transmitted primarily through infected fleas from small animals, plunges the world into a relentless struggle for survival. In the 14th century, Europe was a perilous realm. Wars, famine, and oppressive rulers made existence a ceaseless battle. Amidst this turmoil, the Black Death arrived from the east, borne by Italian merchants. Its path, documented in the tomes of historians, reveals a grim journey. The bubonic plague, with its dreadful symptoms and unforgiving nature, would forever etch itself into the annals of human suffering. To fully comprehend the catastrophic scale of this ordeal, we must peer into the past, envisioning Europe as it was a place teeming with danger and uncertainty. Poor sanitation, abysmal personal hygiene, and impoverished living conditions set the stage for disaster. This was a land on the precipice of destruction, where survival was a daily struggle. Europe, however, was not alone in its trials. A changing climate, wars, and failed harvests compounded the misery. A sudden cooling of the Earth's atmosphere disrupted agriculture, plunging regions into famine and sowing the seeds of malnourishment. Infant mortality soared, and a generation weakened by disease faced an uphill battle for survival. As nature played its part in this tragic saga, volcanic eruptions and a global cooldown added to the woes. The once reliable warmth of the medieval period vanished, replaced by unending rains and harsh winters. The northern European countries, already accustomed to short growing seasons, suffered the brunt of this climatic upheaval. And so, the stage was set for the cataclysmic arrival of the Black Death. The relentless reign of the early 14th century gave way to scorching droughts, further exacerbating the famines. It was a time of despair, a trial of unimaginable proportions that would forever alter the course of history. But where did this relentless plague originate? The ancient whispers of history point to Mongolia, a land shrouded in mystery. Chinese records speak of a massive outbreak in the early 1330s, wreaking havoc across China, Egypt, Southwest Asia, and the Arabian Peninsula. The seeds of this catastrophe lay in the heart of Asia, near Lake Issyk-Kul in Kyrgyzstan. As the Mongols expanded their dominion, inadvertently cutting the Silk Road, the primary trade route between China and Europe, they unknowingly halted the spread of the disease. However, fate had other plans. The Black Death hitched a ride on the heels of Mongol conquests, traveling through Europe's veins like a venomous serpent. The siege of Kaffa in the Crimea became a turning point, as Mongol General Yanni catapulted diseased corpses over the walls, spreading the pestilence within the cities. The infected traders and sailors, survivors of this grim tactic, unknowingly carried the plague to distant shores. Their ships docked in Venice, Genoa, and Messina, becoming unwitting vessels of death. In the ports, horror awaited. Men lay dead on the ships, victims of an insidious disease. The rats aboard, unwitting carriers of the fleas, would accelerate the contagion. It was a cataclysmic arrival, a harbinger of doom. The fate of Europe and the world had been set in motion. The ripples of this calamity extended to North Africa. Muslim physicians, unrestricted by rigid religious doctrines, waged a valiant battle against the plague. Their efforts, unbound by convention, became a beacon of hope in a darkened world. The struggle against the Black Death had begun, and the course of history had been irrevocably changed. Join me in this voyage through forgotten history as we unravel the enigma of the Black Death, exploring the depths of its impact on society and civilization. In the heart of the darkness that was the Black Death, a flame of curiosity flickered amidst the fear. Those brave enough to study the sick risked delving into the abyss, attempting to decode the secrets of this merciless pestilence. Autopsies became a grim necessity, a window into the macabre workings of the disease, allowing them to isolate its possible origins. In the midst of this horror, knowledge began to shine a light. Techniques for treating the disease were unearthed. Born from a desperate quest for survival, delicate procedures emerged, such as the proper lancing of buboes, draining the poison within a sterile environment. Specific liniments were applied to quell the swelling, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. Infected patients were nourished with high-protein foods and kept hydrated, bolstering their immune systems in the relentless battle against the plague. However, across Europe, a different battle was waged, one fought in the shadows of ignorance and superstition. Aromas of burning herbs mingled with fervent prayers as people sought solace and rituals to fend off the plague's wrath. They grappled with a divine punishment, unable to comprehend why such a calamity had befallen them. Fear and misinformation birthed a culture of blame, marking innocents like the Jews as scapegoats. In the face of this invisible adversary, society fractured, shattering lives and condemning the untouched. An unforgiving era dawned, where fear eclipsed reason and persecution ran rampant. Homes were reduced to ashes, and lives were lost as paranoia gripped the populace. Yet, even in the face of such darkness, glimmers of compassion and resilience emerged. The Jews, persecuted and blamed, found refuge in Poland, their legacy enduring until the dark days of World War II. Pope Clement VI, standing as a beacon of reason, condemned the violence and falsehoods surrounding the Jewish community. He urged the clergy to protect them, a rare voice of compassion in those harrowing times. Amidst the devastation, a deeper understanding of the plague began to form. Guy de Chauliac, the personal physician to Pope Clement VI, broke free from the shackles of conventional knowledge, daring to explore the Arab texts that held the key to the plague's forms. He described the pneumonic and bubonic types, the groundwork for future discoveries. As the relentless spread of the disease forced people to isolate, a semblance of containment emerged. Ships remained quarantined until the disease's presence was ruled out, mirroring the social distancing measures of modern times. Society began to adapt, learning to navigate this invisible terror. The Black Death reaped a devastating toll, claiming millions of lives, leaving scars that would endure through the ages. It birthed a new reality, one where mass graves became the norm, and economic systems were tested to their limits. Yet, within this crucible of suffering, a stronger, more resilient society began to take shape. The aftermath saw a seismic shift, a paradigm change that would echo through the centuries. The weakened perished, leaving behind a population that was stronger, taller, and healthier. Labor became a precious commodity, leading to the rise of the tenant farmer, offering a glimpse of a society transformed. In the midst of this transformation, guilds expanded, wielding greater economic and political influence. They established standards and set the stage for labor unions, shaping the future. Religious adherence surged, churches and cathedrals rose, and a newfound dedication to faith emerged. The Black Death had left an indelible mark, spurring humanity to adapt, learn, and evolve. As the dust settled and the plague released its grip, humanity emerged battered but unbowed, forever changed by the horrors they had endured. And so, the Black Death, with all its ruthlessness, found a place in the annals of history, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Thank you for embarking on this journey through the past, and remember to like, subscribe, and share our tales from the past. Your support fuels our quest to uncover the forgotten stories of yore. Please share your comments and show ideas, and we'll be sure to engage with you. Until we meet again, thank you, and stay tuned for more tales from the past.